everyone, thanks for tuning back in. It's so damn hot, tied my hair up.
It's still hot.
It's very hot.
As you know, we film a whole episode in a day, and then we just split them up for your viewing convenience.
Do they know that?
Well, they know now.
You'd figure it out anyway.
Surely they
Wear
know
the
by
same
now.
t-shirts and all that.
Same knickknacks. What are we talking about? Music.
Music.
We're talking about music. What I want to talk about? I want to talk about genre in music. Does it matter anymore? Is it relevant? Does it really define a band? These questions and more.
These questions plague me every night.
But,
Sleepless.
seriously.
Does it define the band? Tune in next time.
Well, we're done.
That's a wrap. No, but I'm just gonna close that chat window because it distracts me. I think it's a fair discussion and a fair point to say that genre sort of kind of doesn't mean anything anymore. And I feel like the only genres really, like I haven't really prepared for this topic or anything today. The only ones that really matter are extreme ones. Like the real outliers are the ones that have genres really thrown at them, where there are so many bands that you call a rock band, and so many bands you call a metal band, and so many bands you call a pop band. You know what I mean? Like you don't break those down, really. It's just the real outliers that get these genres attached to them. What do you think?
I think that I wrote a note here that says genre is dissolving. And it is. Because a lot of artists put a lot of different styles, even in single songs.
Yeah.
And then albums, and then, maybe they'll do an album like this, and then an album like that. You know what I mean? For instance, I just popped in my head. Daft Punk. Their early stuff was like 90s French house, techno, whatever you want to call it. Like, it was electronica. Right? It was just, dance music or whatever. And then their latest record, what's it called? Random Access Memories. It's a funk disco album. Right? I wouldn't listen to that album and be like, this is electronic. There's guitars, there's real drums, there's people singing. But it's not disco in the sense of like,
Yeah.
with the violins and
Yeah.
it's funky, and that's what I really like about Daft Punk and like the Tron Legacy soundtrack.
Yeah.
It's like they're good at ambience and driving scores, as well as songs that are fun, like Aerodynamic, and songs that are fun but shit, like Robot Rock, which is a good song, but it's a shit song. You know what I mean? But yeah, so the fact that I wouldn't call Daft Punk an electro band because they've explored so many different avenues of genres with all their albums. Like they're just a band. There goes the dog.
Yeah,
I guess he doesn't agree.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. No, but look at a band like 30 Seconds to Mars. 4 albums deep, and each one is so
they
different.
hop from thing to thing.
Like the first one, you really liked that one. You mentioned
the
it
first
last
one's
week.
my favorite.
What would you call that? Sort of like a
I don't
alternative,
know. Yeah, I saw the space,
industrial rock.
the space rock tag getting thrown around, but I would not call that space. It's like I get it. It's all about edge of the universe and welcome to the universe, edge of the earth. And seconds to Mars. It's all this
Capricorn,
space. Yeah, there's a lot of space themes in it, but I wouldn't call it space rock. But yeah, I would say it's industrial.
And then you've got,
but not industrial like Einstein Neubauten, which is they're a German band.
What did you say?
It's a German word. It's 2 words, and they use like industrial tools, like actual power tools, to make their music. It's really cool. There's a doco. It's not a doco. It's like a concert film. It goes for about an hour. It's them performing in a warehouse in Japan.
Right.
And it's sick.
Yeah.
And they there's a guy with a shopping trolley and he's like smacking it with bits of metal, and there's like screwdrivers on stuff. It's so sick. But they used to do that, and then their newer albums are kind of not as intense. Like their live shows and their performances and the albums themselves used to be all about power tools and weird shit. Yeah, I understand. Oh, it's so cool, man.
They have just heaps of power tools on stage.
I mean, I never saw them live, but maybe. I don't know.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I mean, there's a lot of artists like that in the noise scene, which there's this guy who uses sheets of glass, and he like hums on it. I think he's got like contact mics on it, and he kind of and it makes weird sounds because it's glass. And then like sometimes it'll shatter on stage and cut him, and there's blood and shit. It's like it's part of the appeal.
And that's what it's all about. the gritty elements of music.
But I see what you mean. Like I would put that into like the noise category. Like there's certainly the need for genre to categorize. Like you wouldn't call Led Zeppelin an electro band because they're not.
Yeah.
But also like they incorporated elements of everything into their tunes. Like they and the Beatles. They've got a couple of songs, at least two, which use sitars.
Yeah.
You know, like that Indian music when they went and did stuff with Ravi Shankar. Did they do stuff with him? Is that? I know that name.
Ask my dad. Let's show my dad's on here. He knows heaps of stuff. My point was, anyway, 30 Seconds to Mars.
Yeah.
Who are one of my favourite bands, and you just took us through Bratwurst Pretzel Land and everything else. But they got like this industrial album, and then they got this emo album, I guess you could call.
Because it came out at the right time.
Yeah. Then you've got a stadium rock album.
Yep.
And then you've got like an avant-garde album.
Yeah.
See, that's a band where everyone, I guess, would call them a rock band.
Because they use traditional rock, you know, verse, chorus, verse. Well, that's pop. But like
they've danced through all these different genres on their albums, where I know when I got into them, which was on A Beautiful Lie, if they were being pigeonholed as like this alternative emo sort of band, right? Almost on the cusp of screamo.
You look at the video clips, and in The Kill, he's like,
yeah, and Attack, he screams as well.
Yeah, like just because they scream doesn't mean they're screaming.
Yeah, exactly. So,
but he had the hair, and it was.
Yes, he did. Break me down. I feel like maybe from the mid 2000s or maybe the 90s through the mid 2000s, everyone was really obsessed with going down the rabbit hole of genres. Yeah. Like that's when I really started getting into heavy music, and like you'd go down these threads of all these bands are groove metal, and you've got stuff like Lamb of God.
I had a huge fight with a dude about in high school about Pantera.
Yeah,
and he was like, they're thrash, and I was like, nah, they're groove. They're groove metal. He's like, no, they're thrash metal. I'm like, nah, dude, Metallica and Slayer's thrash metal.
Yeah, Pantera groove.
And he's like, no, they're heavy metal. I'm like, no, Iron Maiden's heavy metal. Just, no, Led Zeppelin's heavy metal. I'm like, no, Led Zeppelin is blues rock. Like, it was just a huge, like,
and when were you in high school?
Who cares?
Mid 2000s, right?
Yeah.
See, I feel like it was this time and place thing where, and now it's almost irrelevant.
It just doesn't matter.
Like
just
what we were saying
music.
pre-show when we were doing the little pep talk.
Yeah.
We were talking about how bands, the scene that me and Ryan play in is like the heavy scene in Australia, Brisbane. Bands are almost always called metalcore, hardcore, or deathcore.
Pretty much only.
That's pretty much the three.
Deathcore is very like that leans towards the death metal side of it. Because the difference between death metal and deathcore is so slight, but like they all have the same features. But if I hear a deathcore song, it's like that's deathcore. I wouldn't call that death metal, but it is death metal because it's metal. It's clearly not.
Let me make
rock.
it as simple as I can.
Yeah,
and I'm probably going to it's going to get a little spicy. Maybe people are going to get a little offended.
Yeah, but
most bands that are called deathcore are down the Viart line. Bands that are called metalcore, like our band, down the Parkway Drive line. Bands that are called hardcore, down like the Terror, Ghost Inside kind of half. They sit between the two, but Ghost Inside kind of chord thing. Code Orange, almost thrash bands, really. Like, yeah, see? It's a thing that really, people go, but I mean by
that's
thrash, but bands that, like, it's all just super fast chords, and, like...
Code Orange is just breakdowns now. They're only breakdowns.
Okay, maybe Code Orange was a bad example. Terror were not a bad example. That is exactly what it is.
Thrash, though. Because, but then you got crossover. And crossover is hardcore and thrash.
Yeah, whatever. What I'm saying is, the scene that we play in, you get these three very open, generalized genres.
Yeah.
And you'd throw melodic hardcore bands, so bands that try to emulate counterparts and the like, they'll be thrown into the hardcore pile. Where bands who try and do anything from I Killed the Prom Queen to The Ghost Inside to Architects to Error all get thrown in the metalcore, and all the bands that try to do Rings of Saturn, The Art Is Murder, Aversion's Crown, Suicide Silence, any of them thrown in the
Red Shore.
Yeah, they get thrown in deathcore. And they're the kind of the three ones that people are really prevalent in this scene we're in, right? Then you get any other band that plays heavy music that's not there, thrown in metal pile. Just dad metal pile, sorry. They're just thrown in the metal pile. So any band that plays anything that's similar to Lamb of God, metal pile. Unearth, metal pile. But I think of others. Machine Head, metal pile.
Converge. Now, they have metal riffs, but people call them metalcore. But
people say they define metalcore.
Yeah, but like, to me, they don't. Because when I hear metalcore, I hear Parkway Drive. Like, that's like the definitive, like, that's...
People have a lot of different things.
That's
For me, it's Killswitch.
Yeah.
Well, the guy from Killswitch produced the first two Parkway albums.
Yes, he did.
Which is why, and see, I don't care about Killswitch, but I love Parkway Drive. I know, but I was exposed to Parkway first.
Yeah, fair enough.
And so I when I hear metalcore, I'm like, oh, Parkway Drive.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't sound like that, I'm like, well, is this metalcore?
Mm.
You know? But Converge were around way before either of those bands.
What would you call In Flames?
Melodic
death metal. See,
I
you
don't
would.
know. I don't know.
But then you go and listen to them, and they've got so many shared properties with bands like Parkway Drive. It's like, what are they?
They're kind
And
of like
that's-
Bleeding Through.
Yeah, and some of the stuff's like Bleeding Through. What's Bleeding Through? Is Bleeding Through a metalcore band?
Guess we'll
This
never know.
brings us to the why I suggested this topic is because genre is almost superfluous.
Yeah, like, it doesn't matter.
One
anymore.
band that you
Or sub-genres.
okay, fair point.
Yeah, but
Sub-genres.
it's like, yeah, you wouldn't call all these like extreme bands rock because
Yeah.
rock. Oh, I'm on Discogs right now because I just thought of it. Because when you're putting new stuff on Discogs and tagging it, if it's they've got massive categories, and there's only like 10 of them. Well, not 10, but like there's a lot, but not lots. And it's like rock, hip
How
hop.
many is there, Fenton?
I don't know. I'm
How
not going
many
to count
is
them,
there?
mate. But yeah, there's like rock, hip hop, electro, like all the other stuff, jazz, but rock is the only rock one on there.
So for
like,
metal and
yeah,
everything.
so like for everything, if it's a rock album, The Strokes and Slipknot are in the same category for rock, but then there's the sub of like indie rock and heavy metal or whatever you want to say, but they all come under the umbrella of rock, which is and as I started putting more stuff on Discogs from my collection and having to tag it, I'm like, well, this is dumb. This isn't rock, and then you get down to the subs and you can add like as many as you want. But rock's at the top. It's like, well, no, you've just categorized this into a thing which is a subcategory. But then, what is rock music? Like Foo Fighters,
See,
right?
this is what I'm talking about. I'm sorry to derail you. This is the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
This is what genre and trying to pigeonhole things does. I do it. He does it. You do it. You do it. Or,
You.
No. And see, it's so unclear, really, what it is. And I just thought of a point. Do you think iTunes' way of categorizing things has sort of distorted?
I don't use iTunes.
Yeah, I know, but you know what I mean? Like,
No.
I'm familiar with it.
Okay.
And it's terrible.
Exactly, it's terrible. I had Linkin Park in metal.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they're new metal. But are they new metal anymore?
No. Their first album was new metal.
Second one is too.
Second one's new metal. Third one is a rock album. And then they kind of went weird. They're good still, but they went weird.
I like the latest one.
The Hunting Party.
Living Things. Oh, yeah.
Hunting
with
Party.
With the
Hunting Party, then
Bono.
Living Things, then A Thousand Suns.
I thought
then,
Living Things was really good.
Living
I thought
Things-
that was the latest one.
I thought A Thousand Suns was good.
Yeah, yeah.
Because Thousand Suns had a couple
They're
of
all
really good-
alright. But what was I saying? Oh,
What
Foo
was I
Fighters.
saying?
No, so like define rock. Like show me a rock band.
Foo Fighters.
Yeah, but Foo Fighters on their wiki, or I'm not using wiki as like the Bible, but
Well, you shouldn't because your school teachers and university professors will be very upset with you.
The trick is to go into the sources, and then you use them as your sources.
Tomato sauce.
No, the thing, like, that whole Foo Fighters thing, and then
Yeah,
all the
everyone
bands
just
that
kill
kind of
him.
came after, because Nirvana popularized the grunge thing, right?
Eh.
And then you had post-grunge, which is what Foo Fighters technically were, you know, because it was post-grunge.
But is that called? Are they called post-grunge?
No,
because
what the
it's a
fuck's
member who was
post-grunge?
in a grunge band, and this is his band.
It's like-
post that band.
everything that came out after the grunge movement dissolved is post-grunge. Yeah, that latest Daft Punk record, that's post-grunge. I mean, what isn't nowadays?
Yeah.
You know? Taylor
See-
Swift, post-grunge, came out after it.
See, this is kind of the point. I knew there was going to be no end point to this topic, which kind of people now read and be like, oh, what are we watching for?
Oh, well, this one is, it's clearly rock and it's not post-grunge.
See, I wanted to have this conversation because I kind of predicted it would go this way, is to kind of prove the point.
Or lend credence to it, at least.
Is genre gone?
That's why I said it's dissolving.
It's
Because
dissolving.
it's all just kind of...
It's kind of all blending into just rock,
There are...
pop, metal,
There's definite
and then everything else. But I don't say anything else.
segments. This, like... Something here is definitely not one of these, you know? You can't turn rock into paper.
Can't turn a fist bump into a high five.
But they're still
Turkey.
together. I got into a massive argument with this tool on Instagram. Not an argument, I was just being a dick. And
But he was still a tool,
He was
definitely.
being you remember this?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Because I have a collection Instagram, because like a lot of these knickknacks, I just bring a lot of shit because it, you know, I collect stuff. I have a collection Instagram which just shows off all the stuff. It's mainly for me, just so I can have it for like insurance purposes.
Now, this time, the link will appear there.
Do you want it?
Cheers.
Oh, that's pretty rude. Anyway.
Just some fun editing for
Ryan.
Ryan.
Fun with that one. Yeah, the collection Instagram. I started uploading my Alice in Chains CDs, and I tagged it as... What did I say they were? Like, metal?
I think you said metal.
I think I said metal. Yeah, metal. Because they're... I pulled an interview from Jerry Cantrell, the guitarist, and he said, we're not a grunge band, we're a metal band. So I was like, yeah, you guys are a metal band. If I hear Alice in Chains, I mean, those riffs are massive.
Man, them bones, the intro.
Yeah.
Bum, 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 bum,
That
bum,
doesn't
bum,
let up.
It's a metal kind of progression.
That ain't no grunge thing. Anyway, this dude
Grunge
arced up and he
thing.
was like, Alice in Chains are grunge. I was like, whatever, dude, it doesn't matter. And then he went on
He
a
would
massive...
not let
He
up.
wouldn't let up.
I jumped in. I was like, bro, you're a dick.
So by the end of it, the latest Alice in Chains album at the time of recording is The Devil Put Dinosaurs Here. So I tagged it. The Metal Put Metal Saws Here. I'm very petty about things like this, but it was like this
If
dude...
you remember our Nintendo conversation and then think James is petty, oh, I just burned you.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, I'm
Well,
sorry.
Get the burn hail.
again with the touching, very touchy feely today. Yeah. Oh no. Anyway, yeah, I was just, this dude on Instagram was just arcing up about something that's so trivial, which I think was the point I was trying to make. It was like, this doesn't matter, and this dude is just freaking out that I called Alice in Chains anything that wasn't grunge. Like, relax, it doesn't matter.
Chill, man.
But then I was like, no, screw you. The member of the band who writes these songs literally said that they're not a grunge band, and you're still trying to do it. But it doesn't matter. I just thought it was very funny, and I remembered it. So is
do you
that
guys
that
reckon?
just about wrap up our genre?
I think, but well, there's not really an end. Like,
No,
it's not an
it's
end.
endless. We've used the metalcore and rock
Yeah,
and grunge.
it's what we're familiar with.
That's our. I mean, I listen to other shit, but I'm not as versed.
I know full well though that people in the like house music and electronic music, they fight about what an artist falls
what
under.
qualifies as house.
Like, and it stretches into synth music and stuff and whatnot. Like, I call Gunship, possibly now my favorite band ever, synthwave. I don't even know what synthwave is, but that's just what I call it, and I know people get upset.
well, you got new wave, no wave,
Outrun.
cold wave.
Dark wave,
What's cold wave?
I think it's kind of
Coldplay,
like
but with like sick
no.
beats.
I think it's kind of the like real icy. I think that's why it's cold, because it's like the production on it's real like
Yeah, right.
ooh, real just
Classy.
harsh. And
I know exactly what you mean.
I can't articulate it.
You know when you play Snow Level in a video game, and it's just got that kind of icy vibe.
dude.
like chimes and stuff, like real chimey.
Yeah,
They use
and
those
it's
tones.
it's like the
Shimmery.
Yeah.
80s aesthetic too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's real synthy.
Think
and,
of an ice level
yeah.
in a video game.
You know, I thought of Donkey Kong Country, the ice level.
Is that what you thought of?
Yep.
Cool. That's good. See, and everyone listening or watching, only watching. We don't do podcasts. They probably just pictured
You can
their
just
favorite.
close your eyes.
They probably just pictured their favorite ice level.
There you go.
I'm gonna use that as to segue into the end of this little video. Jump in the comments. Like, this is something that I will personally jump into the comments and chat with you
Yeah.
about what you feel about genre, because we're not experts on this. We're just sharing our opinions. What we said about any band that you probably got butthurt of us saying about them, throw it in the comments, because genre is such a touchy subject to a lot of people, and that's kind of the point of bringing it up. Is like, what does it really do? Like, umbrella genres, I guess, are important, but when you get down that rabbit hole, like I said, it's just like, oh, well, what really?
Yeah.
Do you give each band their own subgenre? I don't know.
And then
anyway,
each album and each song,
Yeah.
like, yeah.
yeah, we could go on forever. So, I'm going to wrap it there. Thank you for tuning in. Tune in tomorrow when we talk about other
Shit,
stuff.
what are we talking about?
Find out tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll find out too, because I don't remember.
Hey you, thanks for tuning into our video. Make sure you click one of these links so you can see more. And I'll see you next time.
Oh yeah, I'll be there. I'll see you as well, with my eyes, watching always.